Well, hello everyone. This is Steve Anderson at Work Camper News here in our great headquarters right here in Heber Springs, Arkansas. We are so thankful that you're joining us today. We're doing video this year, which is a new addition, and hopefully you're going to enjoy being able to see it. And we're still learning a little bit about some of this video. For instance, on my screen, all I can see is video. I can't see my PowerPoint. So how are you guys doing out there, my other cohorts? Can you see just exactly what we thought? All right, very
Yes.
good. Well, that'll only be a problem if I want to see what I will need to read, right? So
That's never been a problem for you.
there we go. All right. Well, for those of you that don't know, I'm Steve Anderson, and I'm the President, Director of Possibilities, and here at Work Camper News. Thrilled to be with you for 2020. I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited about 2020 and the possibilities of what that's going to bring. Joining me today, and I don't know how you're ordered on your screen, so I'm just going to throw some names out there. Raise your hand as I talk about you, just in case they don't know who you are, okay? All right, got Dana Rose. Dana, raise your hand. There she is. All right, a lot of you, or all of you, should know who Dana is. And Dana works here in the office with us here in Heber Springs. She is a Heberite and lives here in this beautiful community. And she has been the coordinator of materials for you and communicator and all that good stuff with you over the past couple of years, those of you that have been with us that long. And also we have Jody Anderson Duquette. And Jody's coming to us from the state of Washington right now, out there in beautiful Washington. And Jody, yes, she's my daughter, but she's also getting more involved in Work Camper News once again, her and her husband Luke. And you're going to start seeing a lot more about her, and she's going to be sharing with us about some website redesign. And I am really excited to welcome Mike and Betty Gill. Mike and Betty Gill, welcome.
Thank you.
You are very welcome. I'm just looking at the video of you guys, and I see in the background you've got table tennis paddles, and I'm ready to play ping pong. That's fun.
That's all we could find.
I'm sorry?
That's all we could find.
That's all you could find, huh?
For backdrop.
Okay, well, it works. It works. Well, anyway, Mike and Betty Gill, we are here. This the whole purpose of this presentation is to introduce you to these two kids. And I can call them kids because they're younger than I am. So as far as I'm concerned, guys, you're kids, all right? And what, just do a little tech check here. Everybody still seeing video okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, because all my video disappeared, so I don't know what's going on for sure with that. But anyway, Mike and Betty, we got to know a few years ago. They came to Rendezvous, and they were some of those Rendezvous attendees that were still living the sticks and bricks, had the career, etc., trying to figure out just exactly whether the lifestyle would be for them. And they left Rendezvous prepared and ready for change of life. And they went home and literally started making that happen. But as you can see here, here's the credentials that Mike brings to the table. He worked in the insurance business for a number of years. 41 years is a fair number of years of experience. And Betty was involved in banking. She's retired senior VP from the bank operation. Again, 40 years of experience. And Mike got involved with us doing RV inspections and went through all of the training that we have produced. Now we're doing that, of course, down in Athens, Texas at our facility down there. And guys, what we knew we needed for you as ambassadors, we knew we needed coaches. We knew we needed someone to, and I'll use the phrase, hold your hand. I don't know about you, but I have mentors and coaches that I need some hand holding to give me inspiration, to prop me up, to lift me up, to give me that little caboose kick that I need once in a while to move forward. And plus the ability to teach you some of the, and I'll use the verbiage, tricks of the trade, sales techniques, etc., that a lot of us just don't understand, or maybe we don't have a lot of practice with them. So that was one of my inspiring reasons for bringing Mike and Betty on board, is that we needed to provide you some coaching, and there's just not enough hours in the day for those of us here in the office to be able to provide it, or to have the expertise that these guys bring to the table. So with that said, I'm going to start firing some questions at Mike and Betty. And as you can see on the screen, let's just kind of run down these real quick. you can give them a little more outlay about yourself and all that good stuff. So I'm going to give the floor to you guys and just kind of go down through these statements here if you would.
All right. When and why we became work campers. Well, first I have to clarify something you just said. When we were left the rendezvous back in 2014, we left there saying there is no way this can work like this. And we took everything straight to our CPA, and we're from Louisiana, and took everything to our CPA and said, you are not going to believe what we heard at this rendezvous about work camping and all of the opportunities there. He looked at it, he studied it, and he said, they are absolutely correct. Mark Kohler knows what he's talking about. And yes, this will work. And you just get out there and travel, and I'll take care of all of our taxes and all that we had. So it has worked miraculously, just like you said, for 4 years, 5 years now.
Mhm.
So thank you for that. But we became work campers because we were busy people in our communities, and we knew that retirement was coming up in our future, and we didn't want to sit down. And work camping has just taken us off from there, and we could not think of another lifestyle than being a work camper.
You want me to take the next one?
You just roll right along. I knew you were a shy one.
Oh, when and why did I become a certified RV inspector? Like Betty said, we left the school and we went straight to the CPA. We went to the real estate agent and put our house on the market. And I went to Baton Rouge and quit my job. That happened after Rendezvous. And everything else is history. But I knew from the Rendezvous that I wanted to take the RV tech course. So whereas I wanted to, if we're going to be on the road full-time household, I can't wait on an RV dealer to come to me and get us back going, because that would be our home. Whereas we can't sit still. And so met up with y'all down in Destin, Florida, and took my RV tech class, and it was amazing. You're looking at someone that never fixed anything. I always paid for it.
That's a fact.
Well, she almost got killed twice with electricity, but I have not since I took the RV tech course. You know, and of course, y'all introduced the business end of it there. And being from self-employed insurance business, I was self-employed and could tax deduct just about everything that we did. And I knew we had to have some kind of business, and y'all offered that to us as a certified RV inspector. And so went to the next school in Natchitoches, Louisiana, got my RV inspection certification, and we were in business. And then we made the sign that has RV inspector, and everything that we do as we travel is being self-employed. And that goes in front of our motorhome everywhere as we travel, and that campsite and everything in it is tax deductible. So our CPA has helped us along with Kohler in putting all that together. But the RV inspection, where people see our sign, they say, "Hey, I'm thinking about buying one," and we just give them our information and they contact us.
And why we decided to become RVing lifestyle ambassadors. We were doing this before we even knew there was a RVing lifestyle ambassador, because we were so excited about the opportunities that we had meeting, and it's meeting new people every day. Mike is infamous for when he goes out to fuel up. Sometimes it takes him, just a few minutes when we stop to get fuel, and other times it takes a while. And then I know that he's out there telling somebody about the life of a work camper. And people come up to us and just ask, "Well, what are you doing?" And we tell them about work camping, and they said, "What is that?" And that was our same reply 5 years ago. So we were already ambassadors, Steve, for you.
But we weren't getting paid.
But we weren't getting paid. That's right. And but we were already ambassadors whenever we first started off, because this is just an incredible lifestyle that we want everyone to know about.
Okay. You first answer, or you want me to answer that last question?
I think you kind of got that one, but if you want to elaborate a little bit more.
Well, I mean, the program works, and of course, in the training that I've already got the first training written out for next week or two. But it's I used to sell insurance. Being an ambassador is not selling; it is explaining your lifestyle and the things that you enjoy and the opportunities that you're getting to do as you travel America. And so it's not a sell. It's a just an experience that we have and we want other people to have. And we can introduce to Work Camper News and NRV, National RV Training Academy, and just help people with life is what the ambassador is all about.
Well said.
You just kind of let me switch to this next screen, because really that's what you just said kind of segues right into this, what you can expect from your coach. And so let's jump into this a little bit deeper. Kind of ties into a couple of the questions that I was going to ask, and I think this just works well to segue into it. Support education, and I'll be the first to tell our ambassadors out there that we know we have not done as much as we could there for you, and that's another reason that we realized we needed to bring on some extra help. It's not that we didn't want to help you. It's a combination of TIME, you know how that goes, as well as how to go about helping you. And what Mike and Betty have shared and showed us is that they have the skills to be able to do that. So Mike and Betty, from the standpoint of support and education, give us a little flavor about some of the things that you see happening.
And when you say education, I always replace that with knowledge. In our previous business, whereas if we had the knowledge, then we could do anything, and that comes through the education. Whereas it gives us the knowledge of what we're doing. And whereas we went last year back to the rendezvous because we enjoyed it the first time. And when Dana handed the kit out, I started going through there and reading some of the things I had not read, but it was given to us in 2016. And, and I realized that I did not do a very good job of educating myself with the resources that we already had, so hopefully we do the webinars, the emails, Facebook. I think you're going to talk a little bit more about that. I can't say enough about that. Facebook is strictly us ambassadors, and it's going to be especially for a wow moment. Whereas if I go out, last week we sold 6 home study kits in San Antonio. We had never sold 6 kits in one place, and but it was a wow moment, and I would love to post that on the ambassador site and say, hey guys, we sold 6 kits this week. And then as each one of the ambassadors have a wow moment, they can post it on Facebook and let the rest of us know of the successes that they are experiencing.
And just through education, we're not here to reinvent the wheel, because you guys did it back in 1987. So we're just here to keep the wheel going, and that's strictly through support and to be there, to be the listening ear. We're here, we're learning something new every day, and we're just so excited. And I saw a great Facebook post the other day. It said, getting old is getting here quicker than I thought it would. And that's a fact. So we've still got a lot to do. We need to be rolling every day. So that's why we want to get out there and pick everybody's brains and let everybody enjoy it.
And that number 2 said sales training. In other words, somehow I'm going to take sale completely out of our presentation, because we're not selling anything. We're presenting, I would call that life training. We're presenting a lifestyle that so many like us 5 years ago didn't know it even exists, and thanks to Steve and his crew, and and God, in other words, God got us there through another person, but put us on track to do something besides farming is what I was going to do.
And additional communication, I can see that just evolving as we continue on.
Using tools like this, and for those that are with us today, as well as people listening to this, Mike and Betty are learning all about these new high-tech tools of GoToWebinar and all that good stuff. So we're getting there together, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Communication, whereas until we get everything connected through emails and everything, we have no problem. Our phone is 515-1295. You can call, text anytime. We're 24/24.
All right, repeat that one more time. Jody, can you type that into the chat box for us?
Okay, sure. It's 985-515-1295.
All right, and this is probably as good a time as ever to talk about this. We're in the process of developing an email address for Mike and Betty. We ran into a little bit of a stumbling block. It's going to be a rvlifestyle.com, correct, Jody? Okay,
Yes.
correct me. What's it going to be?
RV Network is the website for ambassadors.
Thank
So
you.
Mike and Betty's email address will come from @rvnetwork.com.
Good job. All right. And see, now you know why we got the smart kids online with us here. Anyway, once we get the little hiccup, which we hope to have eliminated in the next day or so, then by email, we will get that information out to you. And that way you'll be able to communicate with Mike and Betty via email. But they are very open to texts. And I would encourage you to text them first. Because with all the robocalls and all of that, I know they're just probably like you guys are. I've had 20 calls today from this town of Heber Springs. I know I didn't have 20 people call me from Heber Springs today, so I haven't answered any of those calls. So we want to make sure they communicate with you. So text them first, and that'll get the communication agenda started. Let's see, lots of things that we kind of hit and miss on here a little bit. Is there one particular thing, and I'm putting you on the spot a little bit, is there one particular thing that you believe we could help these ambassadors with that would help them if they've kind of grown cold to concept, maybe they're still kind of lukewarm, but something we could do to kickstart their energy into 2020 and moving forward into this ambassador program?
Definitely communication, Steve. We're doing it today. And to me, that's one thing that we see more and more in life that is needed more is communication. And I don't know that, you know, our lifestyle ambassadors realize the resources they have there with Dana and her staff, your crew there at Work Camper News. Those, I mean, are some incredible ladies, which they all happen to be ladies, but Steve and Luke. But here again, that's just the importance of maybe it's coming to the rendezvous again this fall and get reacquainted with them, because they are a super, super knowledgeable staff. I mean, Robin has, if you go to YouTube and see the Yellowstone posting yesterday of your webinar, it's in her post every day on Facebook, and Work Camper News is we're seeing it everywhere. And I know that's because of the energy coming out of your staff there at Work Camper News. So get to know the staff there. Dana. Definitely.
That's one thing I would say is get to know your staff. And the other thing is give us a chance to be a coach. Whereas if you had gotten cold feet, you know, at least look at what it is that we're going to bring that has been helping us to show other people a better lifestyle or experience a new lifestyle. And I just believe you will get excited again, like we are. We've been excited for 5 years and it hasn't stopped. And the last in the magazine, the page, it has the staff and has all their positions, and I mean, you don't get a computer when you call. You get a person, and that has been amazing to us. So whereas someone answers that phone, I say, hey, I need some more magazines. I need some more employer brochures. I need some more home. Well, that's in RVTA, and we're going to be pushing National RV Training Academy as hard as we are Work Camper News, because the Coopers are as much in this as the Andersons are. And you can make a lot of money within RVTA, I can tell you.
It all goes hand in hand. We are a team. Mike and I came from management styles of being team members, and so that we will never ask you to do anything that we have not already done. And we will let you know if we have successes, but we'll also let you know if we do not. And then also we can learn from the ambassadors. So it's teamwork. Like I said, we're not here to reinvent the wheel. You've already got it going, and we're just here to continue to keep running on.
And as that team players always bring ideas to the table. So as ambassadors, well, we'll be looking for the ideas coming from you that don't try increasing commissions. I've already tried that with Steve, and he's already killed that. So anything other than increased commissions, we may be able to do.
You gave it a gallant effort, I will tell you.
Oh, we're gonna keep trying. At least we're gonna get some rewards of some kind. It may be a plaque or something or something, but maybe eventually a bonus of a nickel or something. I don't know. We'll do something.
Oh boy, I tell you.
Face is getting kind of red over there, Steve.
It is. Yeah, I tell you. Okay. Well, Miss Dana, this is all new and exciting. And you got any words of wisdom for these ambassadors?
Just that we're here, Mike, Betty, myself, all of us, we're here for you guys, and we want you to be successful.
More than you'll ever know, because as some of you know, I've just recently got involved this past year with the Zig Ziglar Corporation and became certified as a life trainer under the ZLC Legacy Program. And one of Zig's favorite statements, that those of you that have followed him through the years, if you help enough other people get what they want in life, you can have everything that you want. And folks, that's exactly what we're doing with this ambassador program, is we're sharing a concept, a lifestyle concept that for many of them, they've never even heard about or they haven't thought about. And for them to be able to start dreaming again, that's one of the exciting things that I love about what I do, is we sell a dream. And that dream can become reality when we provide them the tools to make it happen. So it's pretty exciting. We're going to have Jody take over here in a minute and go through the website, because we've done a redesign on the lifestyle website, and I think you're going to love seeing some of the things that they have on there. Mike mentioned, though, the RV maintenance in a box programs that he has had some really good success marketing here recent. We tried a new concept that we're going to follow through, and that is Mike actually purchased at wholesale some of the kits. So he had them in his rig with him. He had them in his hands.
Yep.
And it's, what's that old phrase, guys? Bird in the bush better, or no, bird in the hand better than two in the bush?
Two in the bush.
Yeah, right. So, I'm like my daughter in some of these phrases. We got some of those that we joke about. But Mike, share a little bit about your experience by just having that in your hands, what that did for you.
Yeah, I'm just going to share one of the sets, okay? We were leaving out after we had went to the RV show in San Antonio, and at 6 in the morning, I decided to go eat breakfast at the KOA, and they were in there cooking. I was the only one there, and there was 2 cooks in there, and I just say, hey, we're campers, and they said, how you know we were campers? I said, because I is one, and just got to telling them my testimony. It was amazing. I said, been on the road 5 years, and I told him about the RV Tech course. And he said, tell me a little bit more about that. They had a rig that's over 20 years old, and they've had some problems. And so went through it, and I was telling him, I gave him a packet. We have a packet, and that'll be one of our first trainings, where it's being ready to present that lifestyle. And everything in that packet is a magazine and everything they need, including the RV Tech in a box. So I gave that to him. He said, well, I'm definitely going to do the RV Tech in a box. And I said, well, I tell you what, I've got 1 kit left. And that's true. I had 1 kit left from the whole week. And I said, I tell you what I'll do. And he was a veteran. And I said, we had discounted at $347. And once you pay the $238, you can sell it for what you want to. And we sell most of ours for $397 because we get the full $158 commission. But him being a veteran, it was just a moment that I felt like that I wanted to present that to him. So I told him that if he gives me $300, that the course would be his. He left the kitchen, left his wife there, went back to his RV and brought me a check for $300 for that. So still made a little bit of commission, and and he is going to go to the class in Athens. He wants to do the course. He wants to become an RV inspector. So it was about 30 minutes that we was able to present the whole program, and they bought in. And this was their first work camping job was at that KOA, and they're looking for other jobs through Work Camper News. And while we were there, 2 owners of KOA has bought into Work Camper News. I understand they used to be part of Work Camper News. And so they're going to be looking, they are having a hard time recruiting work campers through KOA. So I think that they're going to be turning back to Work Camper News.
All right. And just because you went to breakfast, because you were hungry.
Yeah. I got back. Of course, we stayed gone for 2 hours, and Betty was waiting for us in the motorhome. She said, "Okay, tell me the story of what you got into now."
Well, as you can see, folks, it comes back to some of you are going to probably have to push yourself a little out of that comfort zone and be willing to share yourself, be willing to put yourself out there and to talk to folks that you don't know. And that's all Mike did, and did it in a very friendly way. And, what if you'd said, when they said, well, how do you know we're work campers? What if you had said, well, I don't really know, but I just think you are? What do you think they would have done?
No.
You came back to the right response. You truly, truly did. Yeah. It was great. Well, we're going to have more particulars on that process, being able to get the RV maintenance kits ahead of time, have them ready for you. There's some steps that we're having to put in place in order to make that work, because we have to make sure that you get the information from the person that you do the transaction with, so we can get them registered, so that bonus certificates, all that good stuff that's in the kit will be of value, and we can validate that they truly did belong to them in the future. But Mike and Betty are going to have more information about that soon. Yeah. And so now what I want to do is see if I can figure out the technology here.
I got this.
Can you make it happen from your end?
Yeah.
Did you make it happen already?
Yep.
Not happening on my end yet.
Oh, it'll take a second.
Oh, there it comes. Oh, hey, look at that.
Something new.
Hallelujah. Woo. All right.
All right, yeah. And attendees, those of you who are online with us, if you guys have questions for Mike and Betty or any of us about the website, anything, you can go ahead and type in that GoToWebinar control panel that you see there on your screen. There's a little chat window. You're welcome to type in anything. Some of you guys have been, saying hello, and Bill, we got your question as well. So feel free, anyone else, if you want to share while you're live on the webinar with us today. We are recording this, so we'll have the recording available to you guys on the website as well. And we'll email it out to everybody too, a link to it. Okay, so this is the revamped RV Network website, and it's nearly ready to go. We still need to get all the ambassadors imported into the website. So later this week, or maybe early next week at the latest, we'll send everybody out an email. So you'll receive an email with your username and password that you'll use to log in to the ambassador website. So we'll go ahead and take a look and show you guys what you'll see when you are able to log in. So the RV Network, just the home page here, has gotten a bit of a refresh. We just kind of spiffed it up and made it into a better landing page and informational tool to introduce people to what the ambassador program is. And as ambassadors, you guys, of course, are welcomed to introduce people to the ambassador program, and you do receive a commission if you get an ambassador to join as well. So this is the page, the sales page that you would send folks to when they're ready to sign up, and there's a couple buttons on this page for them to click to do the process of purchasing the starter kit. And when someone purchases the starter kit through the website, It'll take care of the transaction and everything, set them up with a login to the website, and all that fun stuff. So as soon as they go through the purchase process, they'll have the login capabilities and see everything that I'm going to show you guys right now too. So just wanted to kind of give you a little view of this page, which if you all go to rvnetwork.com right now, you'll see this as well. This is all live right now. All right, so in the top right here, we have some nice links. We're going to click on the login link. And so this will be the login page. And as I said, we'll be emailing you guys your username and password, as everyone's username and password will be unique. So we'll get that all set up for you guys. So when you log in here, you'll be taken to a page called your dashboard. And on this page is multiple buttons to different information that is pertinent to y'all. So on many pages here, if you can see kind of on the right side, there's a lighter blue box that says unique ambassador ID code. So if you guys need a reminder of what your unique ambassador code is, it's posted here on the website for you, so you'll be able to find that pretty easily. All right, so how to earn is just the informational page that lists the different commissions that you can earn on the different resources that we hope that you'll be promoting. And you'll also see your ambassador code there as well. You can get back to the dashboard with all the buttons at any time by clicking on the dashboard link in the upper right up here. You can also just mouse over it, which will drop that menu down to give you the different options of the buttons that are on the dashboard. So kind of multiple ways to navigate around through the website here. The upcoming events page will list anything that's coming up, as Mike and Betty are able to do webinars with you guys, or something else is going on that is pertinent to ambassadors. We'll have it listed in the upcoming events page. The Facebook group button links right to the RVing Network Ambassadors Facebook group. So if you guys are on Facebook, you're welcome to join that group. I'm sure many of you guys are already in that group. So you can get to it from this button. And I went ahead and opened it up. I'm actually not a member of the group, but this is what the group landing page looks like. So when you get to that group, there's this blue button here that says join group. And when you click on that, that'll get you into the process of joining the group, okay? And so you'll definitely want to get into that so you can connect, participate, pose questions, discuss things, fun stuff like that. Alrighty, advertising materials are just the logo images if you want to embed that on a blog post or something like that. And then also PDF versions of the physical flyers and booklets and things like that came in your starter kit. We do have those PDFs available if you want to email those out or embed it on your website or something like that. Those PDFs are available there for you. All righty, and we'll scroll back up. Okay, video library. So there's a few existing videos for ambassadors already on here. And then as more webinars are recorded, more videos are made, those will be posted here. So you'll just see this library kind of grow as time goes on. The squares are kind of small on the page, but within each video in kind of the bottom right corner, there's the little box. And you can always click on that and that will expand the video so you can see it better. And if Steve and the NRVTA crew as well, if anyone makes more videos that you guys can utilize to help with sharing about the resources that you're promoting, we'll have those videos in here as well. So you can pull that up to show it on your phone or something if you want to have a prospect watch it. So all those videos will be housed here in this location for you. We'll also have an articles section where any pertinent text information that you guys need, that'll be housed here in the articles section. There's a A-frame sign that Mike and Betty have put together, and I'm supposed to finesse it and make it a little snazzier, and maybe Luke hasn't built the page yet. Okay, anyway, the A-frame sign, this page will have information on how to order an A-frame sign similar to Mike and Betty's, and you'll be able to see what it looks like and all that stuff. So that'll get put on there as soon as it's ready to rock. PowerPoint presentations are a few PowerPoints that Work Camper News and then also NRVTA has put together and have utilized to share additional information about the different resources that you're promoting. Important paperwork is the things like direct deposit authorization in the W-9 form, which is information that Miss Dana needs, so that way you guys are able to receive payments and you do earn commissions. So yay. And if you've already filled that out, then great. We don't need you to do it again. It's mostly just in there for new folks who are getting started. And then direct links to products. So we just put this page together here. So these are direct links to the resources that you guys are promoting, like right to the buy page. Because when you go to workcamper.com or you go to NRVTA, like there's menu items and other stuff to look at and things like that. So if you're at the point with a prospect where they're like, all right, cool, let's do this, then we recommend saving all of these links as like bookmarks, and this is something that Mike and Betty have done. You know, she has them saved as buttons on her iPad, or you know, if you tote your computer around, again, save them as bookmarks in your internet browser. So that way, when someone's ready to join with a Work Camper membership, we can click on the link and it'll go right to the page with the membership selected, and okay, let's click through and let's get this done, or let's get your home study course purchased, or here are the dates for the next RV maintenance course, you know, let's get this going. And sorry, my internet's kind of slow there. There we go. So anyway, these are just direct links to those items for you, so as something that you can save and utilize. We don't have a direct link for commercial advertising for Work Camper News, so you'll just have to talk to the lovely Terry Douglas for that. But there are links for pretty much everything else. So, all right, so that's a walkthrough of the site here. Again, you'll be able to see your ambassador code, and yeah, we'll get everybody imported into the website and get you guys an email real soon so you can get playing around in the website here as well. So, yay.
All right.
That is fantastic. Thank you, Jody.
Well, as you can see, folks, we're taking the steps to move forward, I believe, in a very strong way into 2020. And our goal is to help you succeed as a small business person. Our goal is for you to be successful in fulfilling those dreams to travel. And if we can help you and support you as an ambassador to earn income, and don't forget, if you're running a small business, be able to have write-offs that you wouldn't normally have if you weren't functioning with a small business, then we are doing some phenomenal things that are going to improve your life. And when you win, we win. And so we look forward to what Mike and Betty is going to bring to the table. I'm very excited about this because I know they're going to bring inspiration to the table that I cannot bring. They have backgrounds that are much different than mine. I will say I don't classify myself as a shy person, but I will say Mike's never met a stranger that I have seen so far. And some of that rubs off on you the more you spend with Mike. So that's what I'm hoping is going to happen a little bit too. So any last words of wisdom, Mike and Betty, that you want to throw out there?
We have any questions?
We can do
We
that.
do.
Okay.
First.
Oh, okay. We're excited. We went to the rendezvous. We went just to enjoy the rendezvous, and we ended up working. And Steve, before we left, wanted to talk to us, and he had an idea. He just didn't know what direction it was going. Well, this is where it's went to since then, and we're excited to be included in that, Steve. And we don't take it for granted that you chose us to be the coaches, and just ambassadors give us a chance, and you know, we're gonna have fun. Whereas now, if you don't want to have fun, you need to drop off right now. You know, no, I'm playing with you. We have fun every day. Betty tells everybody we go to Walmart and have fun. I mean, we chase each other down the aisles. No, I mean, so Betty.
He's not lying. So I'm telling you, I tell everybody every day is an adventure with this guy, and it is such a blessing to be able to go down this path. And we say it's a new chapter in our book of life. And so far we're writing a really neat book. And so we just hope to, just look forward to this opportunity.
And I mean, the work camping as we travel, and the ambassador program, and everything that Steve, you put together at the rendezvous, it's working. We're not paying taxes, almost nothing, tax wise. We're earning enough income to take care of us. We're not using any of our pensions. But we're using Work Camper News, we're using the ambassador program, and we're using Work Camping as we travel, generating, working not over 3 days a week. We've already told everybody we work at Dollywood, been there 4 years, but we work 3 days a week, and it supplies our needs.
Awesome.
So it works. It works.
I love those kind of testimonies. That's awesome. Awesome. Well, Jody, do we have any questions?
We do, yeah. Mr. Posey says it seems like it's been forever since Rendezvous, but he was wondering if Mike and Betty, if you guys have ever encountered problems with places that you were staying in, like campgrounds. If they ever had a problem with you displaying your sign, your A-frame sign, in front of your RV, because Bill and Janelle have had one made that's similar to yours. And they plan to market both the RV Ambassador and his RV inspection business.
One thing that we're doing now is we've put kits together. When we check into the campground, we find out who is the manager or who the owner is, and ask them if they are using work campers. And if it's no, then we're ready for them. If it's yes, so we have a packet that we give them, and we said, and we let them know that as we travel, we're working. We're ambassadors, and we do have a sign that we would like to put in front of our motorhome to advertise that, is to help people become work campers. And we have not had a problem anywhere. We went all the way up the East Coast. We was in 20 states in 30 days. We moved every 5 days, and it was a different campground. We had joined Passport America and stayed in those family-owned campgrounds. It was basically a place to park, and because we did a lot of touring, and our sign was out. So we try to hit it up front, but also try to get you the campground to join Work Camper News, $97, and they can start recruiting work campers. And so present the program to them every place you go.
That's a beautiful way, transitional way to do it, Mike, because if you just got what he just did, he asked for permission, but in the process of asking for permission, he is educating.
Yeah.
You utilize work campers, and so many times they'll say, no, don't even know what they are. Opens the door so you can have the conversation. And then the likelihood of them saying, well, no, you can't do that. Well, especially if they just said, no, we're interested in it. So they're going to encourage you to educate more of the people that's in that campground. You may run into, you haven't stayed in a lot of large corporate operations, I believe, from what you just.
No, those were family owned.
You may run into, but again, it all comes back to get permission. And this is one where you don't want to ask for forgiveness, I believe. So get permission first, and then put it out there. And if they say yes, go for it, then definitely put that sign out.
One of my crazy thoughts were, if we did ever somebody say no, and I'm sorry, I can't stay here because you're not tax deductible now, because my sign's not in front of my motorhome, and ask for my deposit back. Just see what they would say. No, I'm playing.
That's pretty good. Oh, any more questions, Jody?
Yeah. All right. Michelle is wondering, how can we sign up for RV shows to represent the RV Ambassador program?
Well, that's Steve, I guess.
There's a lot of them out there to get involved in. We don't really get too involved. We do Texas RV shows simply because they're really supporting the work we're doing with our property in Athens. They're at the National RV Training Academy in the Big Red Schoolhouse. But I will encourage you to, I think you can go online and literally, Jody, I know you list some of the bigger ones that we have on the hotline, like Quartzsite and Tampa and so on. Usually though, it's about a year process ahead of time that you need to get on your interested list. And then when they come up with the information for the following year, they'll get it to you and so on. So decide where you want to go. Just realize there's going to be some business expense involved in that. It depends. Here's what I would encourage you to do. Just like the one that Mike just did, that was the show in San Antonio, and we've done the shows, I've done the shows in the past, and what we do is we offer to do presentations for them if they have a seminar format, and a lot of them do. Some of them don't. Quartzsite, for instance, does not. But if they have a seminar format, offer to do a presentation and trade out for your booth space. And if that's the case, you've just eliminated your cost, other than, yes, you got to be in the area, which you got to live somewhere anyway, and whatever materials that you're going to utilize. And you'll need to make sure you have plenty of materials, magazines and so on, when you're ready to do one of those events, because as Mike and Betty can tell you, you can go through a lot of magazines at an RV show.
Also, business cards. If you don't already have business, we've given out over 1,500 business cards, you know. But at the RV show, just attend the RV show. And I went to the KOA booth and just started talking to them about what we do, and and these were owners of KOAs that were running the booth trying to recruit work campers, you know. And I gave them the information about work. I automatically sent the link to them to their phones to where they could join as a employer. And then the Renaissance Festival, I went to their booth and they said, tell me what work campers are. And we're in the process of signing them up out in Houston, Texas, to where they need 250 work campers, and they will be doing advertising. And so, you know, that's commission there. But just talking to people, and you got a business card there, even if you maybe don't have the magazine. Or something that you can actually put in their hand, but you can, once you, and we'll talk about that in our webinar next, about how you have that link on your iPhone. And if it's employer membership, all I do is touch employer membership, and I had one lady, she says, I want to join right now. Well, we were busy, but now next time Betty will have our iPad and we will sign them up right there with that link. But I pressed the link. I handed my phone to the lady. I said, just type in your phone number and press send. So I didn't get her information. She pressed it and she held her phone and she said, I've got it. I'll do it right now. You know, so I think that we're going to get more people sign up if we can do it right then ourselves, if we're not too busy. But if we send that link of what it is exactly they're interested in, if it's RV Tech in a Box, that's all they're getting right then. And then normally when I get back, I send them other links about other things that they did not ask about. Yeah.
Now, I would be remiss, Mike, if I didn't give this. This is from the business end here. You've got to be understanding and cautious when you attend an RV show. If you don't have a booth and you go about marketing too hard. Now, what Mike was doing was very soft sell.
Yeah.
That's not, it's just soft conversation. But don't go in there laying your materials on the tables and all those types of things. No. They classify that as suitcasing, which means you're basically there marketing at no cost to you, and it's on the tail of someone else. And so just make sure you don't get yourself in that situation. Last thing I want to do is have to call you and say, I just had a call from so-and-so show producer saying your ambassadors are out there being a bunch of suitcasers. So please don't put us in that position, or yourself. I'd appreciate that.
But Steve has the PowerPoints. If you decide and not just RV shows, campgrounds are they're looking for some entertainment or something educational to in their pavilion. And we're planning on doing some at Claybo's when we go back up there in March. We'll be doing some seminars about work camping and everything, and we'll send invitations. They have 300 something campers, and invite them to the event center, and we will have the PowerPoint. And all you do is read the PowerPoint. It's not hard, you know.
And just since I am a campground owner now, I know these things better. We have a system. We have an email system, for instance, that we can send messages out to the people that are in our campground that particular evening. So they have the capability, if you provide them maybe some motivation for whatever, might be a box of brownies or whatever the case might be. Food really works. Anyway, to encourage them to help promote it and to provide you a facility to have it at. You'll be surprised at how many people will take advantage of it.
That's true.
More questions, Joe?
Yeah. Nothing else has come in, but just a couple other thoughts kind of on that same topic. You guys as RVers, even if you don't utilize the PowerPoints or whatever, that are in the system, feel free to kind of come up with your own things. Like many of you guys are well experienced RVers, and I'm sure you could put together a little spiel that's like 10 things you need to know about RVing that you never thought of, or 5 ways to take better care of your RV. Especially those of you who've been to the RV maintenance course and know the ins and outs of RVs even better. Like, there's lots of little things that you can kind of put together like that. And if you are utilizing maybe a blog or doing YouTube videos or something like that to promote yourselves, ambassadorship, etc., those are other things. It's really easy to think of topics and ideas of ways to share information while also slipping in, well, if you want to know more, go here and use my ambassador code, kind of stuff like that. And as far as RV shows go, there are, lots of small RV shows that are done in cities or maybe regionally. And each one of those is going to have a different contact point and way for you to sign up or have a booth at that show. And then also keep in mind, if you are, it's usually more if you're like physically selling something, doing a cash transaction, you may have to have a sales permit for that state. So that's something else and just another, a cost of doing business, but is something else that you may have to do paperwork wise to get signed up for RV shows. And then, definitely want to set up your booth. And so they're fun to do, but they are a lot of work. So just keep that in mind. And yeah.
That's from a veteran who did a few RV shows.
Yeah, yeah. And you want to do your best to be sure you are sharing information about all of the resources, because I understand with Work Camper News membership being just a smaller dollar amount, the commission amount isn't super high. So you want to make sure you're doing your best to have information about all of the different options. With the NRVTA stuff, the commission's a little better. So you may want to go in with a focus on that. Maybe versus a membership, just to try and cover your expenses with what you earn from the show and things like that. So just keep your budget in mind. Okay, all right. Bill has another question here for Mike and Betty. He says, you sold your home when you went full time. Did you buy property to retain your domicile?
Well, we put our home on the market 5 years ago. We still own that home. We took it off the market after 2 years, and after the first year, realizing from our CPA, and Kohler had explained that if you sell your home and your motorhome becomes your domicile, then the tax advantages are not quite as good. They're still good, but we had just bought a brand new motorhome that our CPA picked up, and it's depreciating now. That's one reason we have paid very little taxes in the last 3 years, is because he has reached out and got that. Had we sold our home, he would not have gotten that for us. So we've got a home for sale now. We will be downsizing, but we will always have a bricks and stick for the tax advantage.
All righty. That is all the questions that have been submitted today.
All right. Well, everyone, we want to thank you for joining us today. And I want to tell you to watch your inboxes, because you're going to start receiving information from these two Louisiana, let's see, and it's something about Tiger, Go Tigers or something like that.
LSU Tigers.
That's right.
LSU Tigers. We leave in the morning. We're going to be in New Orleans till Tuesday, but we will be communicating with some of y'all. And we've already got our package together. We're staying at a new place called Pontchartrain Landing. And the owner is going to meet with us, and we're going to tell him about work camping while we're there. And our sign's going to go out front, and we're going to tax deduct the whole week.
So are you going to haul that sign to the stadium with you when you go? Or
No, we're catching a shuttle from the motorhome. But no, but the sign will be with us. It stays with us all the time.
Okay.
That really is a good thought, though, as we will You know, maybe in the future we will have a vest or something, you know, that has the sign information on it. So thank you, Steve.
Yeah. All right. Any way I can help. There you go. All right. All right. Well, we want to make sure that you watch your inbox for information from Mike and Betty, and get out there and join that Facebook group. If you haven't done that, get on the Ambassador Facebook. We're going to be getting a copy of this recording out to everyone. So even if you're here live, if you want to listen in again, fast forward through some of it if you need to, but catch some of the other points again one more time, we'd encourage you to do that. And so just go round robin here. Any last words from Jody? We'll start with you.
Well, thanks everybody for being online today. We look forward to having you use the new website and be more involved.
All right, Miss Dana.
Just want to say happy 2020.
All right. And Mike and Betty, the coaches.
Just about Facebook, whereas I know some of us are very senior and we are scared of it, but our grandchildren set ours up. So your grandchildren can set it up for you. You don't have to invite no friends. All you have to do is invite Ambassador.
And just always remember, and we heard this, in fact, believe it or not, at a rest stop, where Mike happened to talk to someone that was there, and talking about that life rocks when your living room rolls. So we have lived by that. I'm sure it is trademarked out there somewhere, but it works, and we just thank God every day for the opportunity. So happy 2020.
And I'll leave you with my slogan, love life and life will love you back.
Awesome. Well, guys, we are very excited to have you on board with our team. Look forward to what's going to happen in 2020, and we look forward to seeing you down the road. That's a wrap, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.